Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Film Seizure. My name is Jeff Arbuckle. This week, we are talking about the 2002 Steven Spielberg, Philip K. Dick dystopian future Minority Report. With me, as always, Chuck Moore. Chuck, how's it going?
Pretty good. How's it going with you?
It's going all right. It's going all right. No brown or red balls coming your way?
No. Couple brown balls earlier today, but then we don't want to talk about that here.
Oh man, okay.
It was premeditated, at least.
I'm gonna move them in the way. Oh no! All right, Jason Oliver, how's your balls?
Doing okay.
Okay, good. You didn't think out ahead a way to move your balls in the way of your poop.
No comment.
Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, yes, this is Minority Report. Came out the same summer as Spider-Man and Star Wars Episode 2. That was a busy summer.
Yeah, and I might have seen all of those in the theater, which would have been unusual for the time for me, like in 2002. Yeah.
Everything kicked off with Spider-Man's, and the Spidey-Mans won the box office out of all of them.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yes. So, Jason, surely you saw this in the theater too, right?
I did. Yes, I saw this in theater. I may have only seen it once since then.
Okay.
I had not. This is the first time I've seen it since release, which makes sense having watched it again. Why I haven't seen it since, but not bad. Just not like, I got to watch that movie again.
Yeah. I think it's an excellent movie that you don't have to watch and rewatch. And, it sells it all to you as one big pack. It's not like Casablanca last week. I want to watch that again just to watch people in the background.
Right.
I don't have to do that with this one.
Well, I think also this one, aside from all of the innovation that it did, like that was the cool thing when you went to see this, like all the new stuff that you'd never seen in a film before.
Cars driving on the side of buildings and stuff.
Even like his hand gesture, like moving the screen and stuff. Like we hadn't seen stuff like that.
Yeah, really. But I've seen Iron Man since. Yeah,
right. Like it was the innovation of the movie that was the spectacle, not the movie itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The movie's just kind of a right story. Go ahead, Jason.
I kind of agree with you, Chuck, that this movie doesn't necessarily hold up in 2026 in some ways. The story is one of those, it's just one of those stories that, like, once you know the twist, which I remembered very, very easily, even before Jeff's spoiler last week, I knew the twist. I remembered the twist. So it's kind of like, okay, it's one of those Kaminsky photography joints that actually Spielberg wanted to look shitty, so he had the perfect guy for it. And so I just like I go really back and forth on the cinematography in this thing. Like I know so much of it is intentional. Some of it, like the interiors, look really cool. Some of the exteriors do not. Some of it just looks way too blown out.
I was prepared for you to say that because I know you don't like Kaminsky.
I don't.
But I kind of, before I even watched the movie, I was like, I know what this looks like because it's very gray and very like steel tone, right? And I was like, wait, isn't it supposed to kind of look like what the precogs see? And I was like, yeah, it kind of does look like what the precogs would see. And, it's like it's a little bit underwater. Like everything is a little bit not clear and not exact. But I don't know. Anyway.
Well, there was a quote somewhere where Spielberg told Kaminsky he wanted it to look like his ugliest movie ever, right? And Kaminsky's like, well, hold my beer. Got no problem doing that. And so, yeah, there's thematic reasons for it. I get it. I don't always like it because it just isn't nice to look at most of the time. And it's kind of weird because I wonder if this is the movie that actually broke Kaminsky, because a lot of that sort of soft focused, sort of hazy photography worked so well in what he did right before this in AI. Mm-hmm. AI is a great looking movie. Saving Private Ryan is a great looking movie. Schindler's List is a great looking movie. Not much after this by Kaminsky. I like how it looks. War of the Worlds is okay at times. Catch Me If You Can was pretty conventional, so that's fine.
Well, The Terminal is pretty conventional.
Yeah, that's pretty conventional. Where he really starts to go downhill for me is Crystal Skull. I hate the way that movie looks, and I don't think I've ever liked anything that he's shot since. But anyway, I get it. This is an intentional choice, whatever it is, whatever the choice was meant to be. But it's just, at first I was like, all right, I'm into it. Thematically, I get it. You're right about, I think, the precog sort of milkiness, the opaqueness of it, the sterilization of it, right? But where I think this movie is good is when it gets really gross. Like the stuff with the eyes, everything with Peter Stormare. It takes some like really interesting risks that you don't typically see from Spielberg, and that's what I really started to like was sort of
even the cussing. I was like, wait, this is a Spielberg movie?
Yeah, and like the underbelly, like it really feels like there are two worlds, right?
Well, that's where I feel like, I feel a little Blade Runner here.
Yeah,
I would have said the upper and the bottom.
I would have said The Fifth Element for like half of it.
Sure.
Kind of, yeah. But I guess Blade Runner would fit too. I just thought Fifth Element, especially that hotel scene, or like
I mean, a protagonist played by Tom Cruise who's like a drug addict is a fascinating choice, right? I mean, there are interesting things about this movie, don't get me wrong, that I forgot. And those were the things that I really responded positively to with some of the story choices.
I think what I found still resonating very well are the two primary forces in this, right? The Tom Cruise and the Colin Farrell. I love how you are set up to like one guy, even though what he does, you don't like. You don't like the idea that he could, but you're set up to like him and you're set up to hate the other guy. And there's no rug pull. There's no real I mean, you're being manipulated, but there's no rug pull on it. It doesn't feel wrong. But again, you start to understand Colin Farrell so much. Every scene he comes in, there's something new you learn about him. And to the point where it's like, he's asking all the right questions. We're supposed to like Tom Cruise, but he's asking all the right philosophical questions here.
Absolutely. Nothing.
It's just that he's a jerk. You know?
Nothing he does is wrong. It's like everything is absolutely what I would want from this person. The only thing that I don't like him about him is he's just arrogant. Yeah,
he's a little. You know what he reminds? It's like he's going to be chomping on bubblegum like Val Kilmer in Top Gun.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that guy, but he's there for you.
But he could still be the long man any day. Yeah.
Well, I wish he could. I wish he could still be around to be Tom Cruise's wingman.
Well, Iceman will always live in my heart.
Well, I was talking about Colin Farrell in this movie. I wish he was still around.
Well, that too. But at least the Colin Farrell, the person, is still around.
Oh, true. He's fan. I mean,
making a may he rest in peace joke.
Oh, no. I was talking specifically about Colin Farrell. He's fantastic in this. Pretty early turn from Farrell. Was this star making? Kind of, yeah, because right after this, he gets the assignment to be Bullseye, and he's like, oh boy, I get the assignment here. Because he goes right from this to like Daredevil, and he's the most unhinged like version of Bullseye you could imagine.
I forgot he was in that, and yes, that might be maybe the only good thing about that movie.
It's what you watch that movie for.
I completely. I mean, I've just kind of put that whole movie out of my brain, I guess. But yeah, now that you said that, I kind of want to see that again. Huh.
Oh yeah, he's like
filmography. Where the hell is his filmography? Here we go.
I'm trying to find it too.
Okay, I got it. I mean, yeah, this is easily his biggest movie at the time. Like, he'd kind of made a splash with Tigerland, but that was more independent. Heart's War with Bruce Willis, but that came out the same year. I mean, this year was Heart's War, Minority Report, and Phone Booth.
Oh yeah, Phone Booth was pretty decent too.
Phone Booth was pretty good, yeah. And then yeah, Daredevil the year after. So yeah, he was pretty much everywhere for like several years. But yeah, I would say this was star turning for sure. I mean, he's in a Spielberg movie, makes over $300 million. Yeah.
And also Samantha Morton, fantastic in this.
Yes, very good. I always like Samantha Morton.
Actually, I have no complaints about any actor in there. Like, I think they're all doing. I mean,
Tim Blake Nelson's a little insane.
Yeah,
he's a little over the top, and so is I can't remember. Quack. Yeah, Peter Stormare. It's let's get the Coen Brothers guys and tell them to hand it up.
I love both those guys in this movie though, because they're so deranged. Like they're untypical of a Spielberg movie. You know.
Well, even the guy who takes care, Wally, Daniel London, who takes he's a little weirdo too. Yeah. So it's like there is this kind of underneath all of the sheen of the world above it. You got some fucking weirdos.
He looks so familiar too, that guy, but it wasn't who I thought he was. Yeah.
And we even get an appearance of Jessica Harper.
Yes, I know, right? Just barely in it. You get Neil McDonough is always welcome.
Oh yeah, especially this time post First Contact. I was like, yeah, give me more Neil McDonough.
Yeah, he's great as always. And then who's the guy who's like he has the worst line in the movie. You don't want your kids to see terror, keep them away from me.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck's that guy? He looked like a wrestler. Is he a wrestler?
I don't know. He was always had a weird smirk on his face that didn't quite fit with what was going on.
Patrick Kilpatrick, is that him?
Patrick Kilpatrick.
Yeah, I think I was getting him mixed up with a professional wrestler.
Stone Cold Bob Austin.
Yeah,
Stone Cold Bob Dylan.
It might have been him or no, it wasn't him.
Stone Cold Steve Bob. I can't remember the best one. It's one of those.
What about a UFC guy like Brock Lesnar or something?
Oh yeah,
maybe a little bit. Yeah, he looks a little bit like he looks like a little bit like the guy that was in Godzilla Final Wars. And I cannot remember his name.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. I mean, he Replacement Killers.
Is it weird that like
Don Fry? Don Fry is who he reminds me of. Don Fry was like he shows up in Godzilla Final Wars as the lone American in the movie, and it's like this guy coaches the Chicago Bears, right? Because that's what he looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I mean, Max von Sydow in this movie, for Christ's
sake. Oh, yeah. And
Ming the Merciless, man.
Yeah, it's like we know where that's going to head before this movie's over.
Always got to look at Max von Sydow in any movie with a little bit of skepticism, though.
With a little bit of a side
eye. Like, I don't know if I can trust
Max von Sydow.
I don't know if Max von Sydow.
Sarah figured this movie out pretty quick, but she actually quite liked it.
That's good.
Brinley thought I was good. So from a perspective of the young, like, it still hits a little bit for them, even though like the stuff that it does that we would have blown us away 26 years ago mean nothing to them.
Sure.
Like,
but it's an exciting movie. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about it more in a couple of weeks, but there were certain elements of Disclosure Day that I thought, I'm getting Minority Report vibes, like in some of the chase element.
It would have been the opposite for me because I watched Disclosure Day first and more.
I did too.
Sooner. Oh, sure. So yeah, all the flash drives and everything. I'm like, that's a real Spielberg thing, isn't it?
Right.
With the clear plastic like video transfer things.
Although all of that, my favorite thing about this. So one of the things. Okay, so at the start of this movie, we get an idea of what pre-crime is. And so it's the concept that you have these three weirdos in the pool who have these visions of crimes that are about to happen. Now they explain later how they figure that out.
This entire opening sequence is a masterclass in show don't tell.
Oh, and
it is perfect. It really
is, and it's so intense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my God, they're not going to get there in time. They got there in time. Oh, thank God. Yeah, or whatever. But it's like you. This is how the manipulation starts, right? You agree with these guys because the guy was holding the scissors, like the vision showed. Right. He was going to kill somebody, and so the manipulation begins, and it's so perfect in terms of like the propaganda of that, right? Crime is the number one thing that is propagandized in this country. And everybody wants to feel safe, right? But at what cost? And that's, and so, and to find out like what ultimately happens to these people is horrifying. It's barely scratched on that surface, but it's horrifying. It's wrong, but at the same time, I can see more than 50% of this country being more than okay with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about the result and putting those people in the, with the cuff or the collar, whatever they called it.
Halo.
Like really these people should have maybe gone to a reform school for 6 months or so, like some kind of classes or something, because they didn't do anything.
Yeah, they're just tossed in a fucking basement with a weirdo that watches over. Everybody's a weirdo in this movie. And I love it. I love it for that, because it's like it takes weirdos to want to support this.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so it's like you get this whole thing where it's like, isn't the first line of the movie Samantha Morton saying murder? And then it starts the whole mousetrap contraption.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't remember actually.
I think the first line of the exposition is murder, and then it all kicks off. But yeah, so it's a red ball, which means it's a crime of passion. I do like that they explain that. Brown is for premeditated, red is for crime of passion, and it's the red ones that they stop that I think really gives this pre-crime thing the stuff that like the news and the politicians can really get behind.
Yeah, I mean they have like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
15 minutes to stop something that is going to happen, and usually when they arrive, the thing that was seen is what is happening, so they can whatever propagandize that part.
Exactly. And it's like, look how good our cops are. And especially when you have Tom Cruise, he gets the ball, he gets the images, and he has to figure out where it's happening. They don't have any details. They just have the imagery. So he does actually have to do a lot of detective work, right? He's got to hear for the merry-go-round that squeaks. And then he figures like, okay, wait a minute. How many old style merry-go-rounds are still in Washington, DC? And so they have to figure that out. And then they have to figure out, it's like, okay, where are there buildings that look like this? Who is this guy standing across the street? Who is, it's like, is the door, when he gets there, he only knows the right place because the vision shows that the door was open. And all, is this the only one that's open? So he has to take the He basically has to like take the chance. He has to take a leap of faith.
No, he asks the guy back at the
Well, he does,
office.
but it's still like, well, the door could be open for another. It could be someplace else,
Sure.
But it's a leap of faith that he ultimately takes, which is interesting because pre-crime would ultimately remove that element of like intuition and stuff like that, right? Like, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it's like they get this vision of this guy who is going to leave for work, but he forgets his glasses. He walks in on his wife having an affair. Now, I will say that woman should know better. Wait a little longer, and after your husband. Like, come on now.
Seriously,
It's good for the movie.
It's good for this. Yeah, I know. Yes, it is. but the vision shows that he drowns the lover and stabs the wife with a really big pair of scissors.
That she was just poking the eyes out of a poster with, or whatever she was doing.
It was like a picture of him or it was something. Yeah, the eyes of like a magazine article.
Yeah,
or
magazine articles.
ad or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so and you see the whole lead up, and it's like, again, it's kind of pushing you in the direction of, oh, I know how this is going, because the guy's like, oh, I've been working too hard. Maybe I'll stay at home and I'll play hooky and we can spend the day together. And the wife's like, I've got an open house to show, so get the fuck out, basically. And it's like, oh, here we go. And there's the guy standing across the street just waiting for him to leave. It's like, lady, your lover might be a predator. Again, good for the movie.
He just hangs out in parks. He's fine.
Right. But yeah, and so it's like, so we're seeing all the lead up, and we've already seen the crime that's going to happen. So you're kind of led in the direction. It's like, holy shit, this is really going to happen. These people saw this murder. And
this great explanation here in the beginning, unfortunately, betrays the rest of the movie.
What's that?
In a way that really annoys me. Well, we haven't gotten to the part.
One thing that really annoys me, but
we haven't gotten to it yet. But the premeditated murder is actually a crime of passion.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
it's not premeditated.
100%. 100%. That's like my biggest note.
And it kind of ruins.
Not premeditated.
Yeah, it kind of ruins the story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I understand what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree. I think they do kind of half-ass, like, I always was planning on killing the person who took my son or whatever, and so it's like, okay. But the opportunity was missing.
It's not necessarily good for the movie. It's necessary for the movie.
Yes. Well, yes. It betrayed the whole idea, like, betrays that.
But
it betrays the whole idea. Yeah.
But honestly, we already knew that the whole system is not. I mean, Colin Farrell discovers and Tom Cruise both discover that there are flaws in the system anyway.
Sure.
So, I can look past it.
You can potentially also argue, it's a little loose, a little flimsy, but you could argue that the guy's murder, the actor, was premeditated by Max von Sydow.
Sure.
He just got the name wrong.
Sure. I mean, he's technically the guy holding the gun, but he wasn't the guy who was
the one
planned the murder.
He was planning the machinations of it. He was intending for that guy to die, and maybe he's not the one who pulled the trigger, but that was premeditated murder, right?
Right.
That would have been kind of a great conversation to have at the end when they're on the phone, or before he sends them away. Like, explain the whole thing and then put the collar on his head or whatever. That I would have bought. And it actually makes a little bit of sense. And it shows the system is very, very flawed. Yeah. If anyone can plan the murder.
Because he's already manipulated.
He's already done it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that obviously we have that flaw. And then this one would be, you could set anybody up at any time if you knew how they would react. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, set the wheels in motion. But
yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still a little flimsy in the execution and getting Tom Cruise there. in the first place requires,
Yeah.
But
the
to
crime
get
of
him
passion.
there, to get
totally a crime. Is the very definition of one. Yeah.
but the whole sequence to get him there, when she's leading him through the mall, telling him to do certain things, that's the best scene of the movie.
It's pretty good.
I mean, it's
pretty good
because
some coins on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Because she knows what can get them, because she ultimately knows that they are going to end up in that room.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter what she does here. So, like, he's going to end up there if her vision is right, no matter what she does, right? But
she can help him make sure
with the way that this,
but also at the
Chuck, you were gonna be like crazy about like not liking this movie because of all of the predetermination aspects to it. Like
it bothers me.
Chuck's gonna struggle with this one.
It bothers me. I had enough fun with just the movie itself, like the action and stuff that it carried, and it was cool to watch it with the kids and stuff, like to see their reaction.
I will also say though that Samantha Morton does unlock the idea that it's like you've seen what I've seen. It's your choice if you want to go down that path or not.
Yeah.
I think
I agree. It's not necessarily predetermined. Nothing is predetermined. Things are pre-likely. Kind of like the explanation that Tom Cruise gives Colin Farrell about why'd you catch it then? You knew it was going to fall, right?
Right.
There are aspects of like in the moment, there's probably 99.9% chance that outcome is going to result in a murder. But at the same time,
if you know it's going to happen,
right?
You can stop it.
If someone intervenes, that's the thing. Like they intervene in the most extreme way, right? Mm-hmm. The pre-crime division do. They don't like Chuck says. Maybe these people just need a hug. You know,
right?
Like there's a reason why like people who are convicted of a crime of passion also are generally looked upon with more mercy in the court than a premeditated murder, right? Because there isn't like that. It's almost like a moment of insanity, right?
That's how the whole idea of temporary insanity is to absolve people of crimes of passion. That makes sense,
right?
In a lot of not the whole idea, but it's part of it. Yeah,
but
we've all said or done something in a moment of insane rage or insane good feelings. You've done something you wouldn't normally do. Yeah.
So the punishment also just doesn't fit the pre-crime.
Right.
Well, no, it shouldn't fit any crime. Like
maybe if you're a school shooter and you kill a bunch of kids, they should put that thing on your head and throw you in one of those.
Throw you in the fucking tank. But no, I mean, it's like saying it's like putting somebody in jail for too many unpaid parking tickets is really extreme. You know, and it's like, why? That's not what jail is for. Jail is for those guys who shoot up the school, like using Chuck's example. Yeah. But anyway, so it's like they stop the crime. The guy even tries to say, I wasn't going to do anything. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's already been predetermined what his sentence is. Everything is predetermined here. Because like one of the people who has to play off on whether or not they go after this is like a judge and a prosecutor. Or a judge and a lawyer. I don't know if it was necessarily a prosecutor, but they've already signed the papers to throw them in the fucking.
Yeah, the trial takes place when they're investigating, basically.
Exactly. There is no exploration of what that person was doing, feeling, thinking, or whatever.
I don't understand what I'm seeing here, Chuck.
Turn that shit off. Kick Jason out.
Unplug the computer.
One of my first notes was, I love how the balls are just wood. It's like, here's the most like advanced thing we could ever imagine. And it's just a wooden ball that gets etched.
Yeah, because you can't fabricate the grain. And
it would be unique. Some kind of like crypto currency thing now or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be 3D printed.
Yeah, 3D printed like crypto.
Or just like a Bitcoin with a picture on it.
Right. Exactly. But I do like that too. I like that too.
It's so because it still roots you in the age old idea of there's crime, you got to stop it.
But it's supposedly unforgeable. Yeah.
Right. But it's so simple and so like insanely simple that it's just a wooden ball that they get. And it's not like a thing that flashes on the screen or goes out to all of the fucking newspapers. Shit gets out into the newspapers fucking fast in this world.
Yeah, I mean, the newspapers are basically telephones in this movie.
Yeah,
like
tablets,
they got it right. They just got the medium wrong. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which of course
they got a lot wrong on that. Like it was right, but it was wrong. Right?
Yes.
It was the wrong vessel.
But then again, also
newspapers are now social media, right?
Right.
How you're advertised to is now social media. Like it's all social media.
Yeah.
But we had no concept of that 25 years ago.
No,
so
if they got that right, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of funny. The earlier movie AI gets more stuff right in the coming years, probably than this movie does. But I remember our buddy Adam fucking hated the cars in this movie. He hated the movie because it's like, there's no way they're going to have cars like that in 50 years. There's no way they can build roads like this. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Just watch the fucking movie. It's like, remember this movie takes place 100 years from when the novel was written or when the short story.
Yeah. Just place it in 2100 in your mind.
Just shut the fuck up.
That guy hated all sorts of weird shit for weird reasons.
I will say though, I mean, not that I'm going to defend this, but I'm going to kind of devil's advocate it, that Spielberg did make a big deal in the promotion for this movie about how he wanted to envision a likely future, right? And he did. I mean, that was much discussed when this movie came out. Was that it was not a fantastical future. It was they tried to ground it in a reality of what it might be like in 2050. So if Adam had a bone to pick with that, fine, but it shouldn't ruin your enjoyment of the movie.
No, the cars. I didn't like the cars either. Honestly, they look backwards half the time.
Well, because they can go frontward or forward.
Yeah, but they look backwards and they can mess with my head. It's like I don't like the car looking that direction and going that way. It didn't make sense.
I liked the reverse fireman poles. Those were fun.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, and I like the fact that you effectively had a garage right next to your apartment in a super high rise and you just drove right out of it into a fucking roller coaster ride. I'd do that. I would do the shit out of that. It's like, let's go. Let's get on the ride.
Wasn't Elon Musk trying to build that for us underground?
Oh,
yeah, but then he fucked it up and then it's like it caused a bunch of course he fucked it up. Of course he fucked it up.
What was that called though? Does anyone remember?
The Hyperloop might be what you're thinking of, but there are like underground Amazon tunnels that
when the cars fuck up, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're crazy. These little like underground tube.
I mean, the longest was the channel, or the oldest is the channel between that goes under the English Channel. That's you can drive through that, and
but I'm talking about like being shot through like in these.
Oh yeah, I want to be. I want to be fucked. I want to be launched like a fucking bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're thinking of the Hyperloop.
I think it is the Hyperloop.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be shot out of that like a fucking cannon, like that one ride at Kings Island in the Inside roller coaster.
I want
the Outer Limits.
I want one of those sonic guns.
Oh, that was cool too.
That's my favorite scene in the movie. That whole chase sequence is way my favorite.
Oh, that
I
was
still
so
can't
cool.
figure out the face stamping and how he stayed in the car and wasn't dead.
That didn't make a ton of sense.
I didn't figure out that.
And in the car, he was able to start the car, and then the doors just opened for him.
Yes.
I didn't care. Well, I like the fact it's like he looks up and all the guys like are fucking dumbfounded in the other end. Like Colin Farrell's like, go.
I love Colin Farrell's like
his little hand punch.
His hand punch, yeah. I was expecting him to bring his fist up to his teeth and bite it.
Yeah, people won't change in 50 years. That's for sure. They'll still be punching their hands when they're angry.
Punching their hands.
Well, he did spend some time in the seminary, so I'm guessing that came from old fashioned timey stuff from there. I don't know. So yeah, they stop the first murder. You find out they throw him in the jail, and then we get the propaganda ad, right? The whole idea of like they were going to murder me and possibly rape my dead body, and it's like all like they're like
pre-crime.
Of course
it works.
Yeah, all the kids chanting it, dude. The start of this commercial fooled me. I was like, there should be no commercials on this. Like, and I was like, oh, it's the movie.
That's fantastic. That was giving me Verhoeven vibes. There's a lot of Verhoeven stuff in this, I feel. I don't know if that's just because that you have to get in that place when you adapt Philip K. Dick or what, but lots of Total Recall vibes in this, and it's kind of
RoboCop.
Weird. And for sure some RoboCop.
Nobody got shot in the nuts though, so that's unfortunate.
I read that this was originally supposed to be a Total Recall sequel. Like they were going to take plot points from Minority Report, but transform it into Arnold Schwarzenegger's character from Total Recall and make it an Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall sequel, which is wild. Yeah. Went through lots of rewrites. Lots of them.
Lots.
But yeah. But yeah, I got definitely a lot of that sort of satirical media stuff. So Verhoeven. There was another one later where the tour guide was talking. See, it is really great to be a precog. It's like they get 3 square meals a day and all this stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's so like the main point of why Colin Farrell is snooping around is that it's about to go to a nationwide vote.
Yeah.
Are we going to expand precog? Because like crime is down like 90% in Washington, D.C. or something. Violent crime. Murders and I guess mostly murders. But still, that's pretty good for Washington, D.C. And they're like, okay, let's take this national. So either the precogs are about to work really fucking hard or they figured out a way to make more of these things because before, not many of them were living.
Yeah.
So there's a whole element there.
That's a good point. I never thought about the scalability of this.
No, they're just going to do a lot of work. The precogs.
I have a feeling that's because they are treated like fucking tools. They're not treated like.
Well, they've conditioned people to think of them as not people.
Yeah. It's, I mean,
even Tom Cruise doesn't think of them as people, and he can see
not
them waiting in a pool. Clearly, they are people.
Yeah, well, and he tells Colin Farrell it's best not to think of them as human, and Colin Farrell leans down and is like, "No, they are much more than that." Because that's his religious background starting to kind of trickle into this concept of this is the next stage of people potentially.
It's funny. I forgot not the total twist. Like I knew who the bad guy was, but I forgot how Colin Farrell's narrative played out until you kind of said something about it. But I'm like, I never dislike him. And I never dislike him. I think he's just a man doing his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cocky, but otherwise,
you're definitely like preconditioned to have the feelings of
that's the whole point of that first scene.
They put him as the adversary
about that first scene
for sure. Yes, and you're the one you're not supposed to trust. I mean, there's lots of Tom Cruise doesn't trust him. His wife doesn't trust him, right? Like, and we love Tom Cruise, right? So we can't.
He's action man. He's going to teach his son how to run, just like him.
Colin Farrell. He's clearly our bad guy. Yeah. But I agree. Like seeing this through different eyes, seeing this through different philosophical eyes. I was like, where's the lie with anything Colin Farrell's saying?
No, he knows he's right. Everybody runs,
asking-
though. That's true.
Yep.
Well, that is true. Everyone does run.
Sorry, I just scrolled past the poster, and that movie annoyed me. Or not that movie. That line annoys me in this movie too.
Well, there is one really good scene that ends with a shouting run. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like, God damn it, get the fuck out. Stop listening to my bullshit and get the fuck out of here.
Agatha didn't leave anything on the table, man.
No.
She was,
Except for her eyebrows. Yeah.
yeah. I don't think she had those. They never even made it to the table.
Well, they come back later. They came out later.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
right.
Those are press-on eyebrows, I'm sure.
Lee press on eyebrows.
Yeah.
That's something from the future. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, but Colin Farrell starts sniffing around because he's like, hey, I'm just trying to figure out, like, does this even work? Like, how? I mean, you know, and that's when he rolls the ball and Colin Farrell catches it before it hits the ground. He's like, well, you just, you know, why did you catch that? Because it was going to fall. There you go. It's like, that's what we're doing here. It's like,
I mean, that's it's good, too simple explanation of it.
Sure. But it takes away any other concept of why do you want to catch it? Why would you want this to work this way? Yeah.
It's a bullshit like machination to make him see it their way. Yeah.
To which then Colin Farrell's like, I want to go to the pool and see those people down there.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to me, though, that Colin Farrell doesn't push back more, especially in the conversations about predetermination and free will, especially since he has the theology background. Like, I expected actually more pushback from him, but he pretty much gets to, yeah, it is perfect, but there's a human element, so it's going to be failed. It's going to fail no matter what. Like, he's defaulting more to like this fallibility of humanity as being the reason for this to not work, right? And he's right. I mean, he's totally right. But
he just doesn't know that he's right yet.
But doesn't know that he's right. Yeah, I wish he pushed back more on it philosophically too.
There's some stuff in here, like even the grief and addiction, like could have been explored more and better. And I think Tom Cruise maybe limits your ability to do that. I don't know if he has the chops for that.
He's not the greatest emoter, is he?
No.
Yeah.
No. So there's that in the philosophy of it that are the most interesting aspects of it that they're not really explored all that much. They're kind of just given to you in statements occasionally.
It's a little, yeah. It doesn't really meditate on these things.
It's Spielbergian, unfortunately, in that sense. Like another director might have dug deeper into that stuff.
But it's not the movie. It's not the style that Spielberg wants to pursue. Yeah,
right.
He wants to make sure that the question floats out there, perhaps, but he's not looking.
Yeah,
he's not all that interested in a real deconstruction and an investigation of it. Yeah,
yeah.
In his latest movie, he doesn't answer anything at all. That fucker. Sorry.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But no, I mean, I agree with you, Jason. I do think that there is I do think the question is put out there. Like, there is enough to where you're finding those questions and you are sitting there kind of ruminating on them.
Sure.
But he's not interested in coming down on either side. It's just that both sides are he's kind of both sizing it a little bit, right? Which I don't think that's necessarily bad.
It's not.
But I think he is saying that it's like, look at the allure of this concept, but look at all the ways that it is. You'll always be left with those questions in the back of your mind.
There is another version of this movie that I think would be just as interesting without all of the flashy action that went deeper into the like Philip Marlowe noir aspects, right? That probably was more in Philip K. Dick's mind when he wrote it. That I think would be fascinating to watch, right? All of that internal monologue that you could put into it. you could really kind of like examine some of these big philosophical questions in that way that I think would make for an interesting movie. But that's not this movie, and that's fine.
Yeah, because I mean, I would, and I would, it's like I think that there was a door open there where it's like Tom Cruise is so, or like his character John Anderton is so numb after what happened to his kid that like I don't think he cared. Like he's so angry, he doesn't care about the questions anyway, and it helps that he dopes himself up to remain numb to that. That it's like I'm so wallowing in this, my son being kidnapped.
I can agree with that. I just think it's a problem that you have to draw that conclusion. Like that particular one, I'd like to see more of his grief and the addiction and how it impacts him. But
I don't know. I never
to
watched
inform that other stuff.
I think that Max von Sydow goes from like a minor blip of something happening to like full on panic mode. Right? When you think about the motivation for putting all this in motion, it's like, what? He saw like one little weird thing when he touched the precog, right? Yeah. I mean, he's already a true believer drug addict, and you're gonna put him in the position of having to prove his innocence, like the fugitive and the one-armed man.
He's exposing the system himself that he wants to protect.
Exactly. Like this can only be bad for you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was one season of a TV show. I wonder if they ever actually really
of Minority Report.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was back in 2015. Yeah,
was that on Fox? I think I
yes, it was.
This.
It was on Fox.
Yeah, classic Fox sci-fi show that got canceled after one season. Daniel
London did come back as Wally.
Huh.
And I mean, it was different people playing Arthur, Agatha, and Dash.
Was it kind of like a Murder of the Week type show, or was it more of a through-line serial?
So let's hear synopsis. In 2065 Washington, D.C., Dash, a precog, has the ability to predict crimes. The pre-crime unit was dismantled in 2050, so it was a sequel. 2054, forcing law enforcement to rely on newer methods to fight crime. Before it was dismantled, Dash and his twin brother Arthur and their foster sister Agatha were part of the program that gave them their unique gifts. That's not exactly true. They weren't part of a program that gave them their drug-addicted parents gave them that. Now Dash is using his ability to assist Detective Lara Vega in preventing crimes and at the same time trying to keep his gift from being revealed.
Okay.
As there are those who want to obtain the precogs at any cost and use their abilities once
It's more. An old formula. It's alienation. It's all sorts of shit.
Alienation was a good show.
It was a good show. It doesn't sound that all that interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, like this movie ended fine the way it was.
Yeah.
There is kind of a ... at the end, but not really. They're just hanging out, reading books in the cabin.
I'd be interested in a bigger story, like an even bigger story where it's a lot of political intrigue, where you have like a lot of political thriller aspects of people on both sides of the issue. Those people who are already looking at ways to exploit it. Like you could make this a big fucking expanded story. But keep it in the same time period, like the same, not a sequel, not a prequel, just like keep it
a remake, but not a remake.
Remake, but not a remake. Yeah. Like make it a full on like political conspiracy film, right? Like with all sorts of competing interests involved. Yeah.
Yeah, where the crimes and the resolving of those crimes are more like items that are discussed in court, instead of the actual things that's happening in the movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know the thing I found striking about this was, of course, it was DC, and the first thing I thought of was, Trump deploying the National Guard in DC to crack down on crime, because it's like the one place where he can probably get away with that, right? And then using again, like Jeff said, that the manipulation, and the propagandizing of violent crime to play to your grasp for power, right? I mean, I was like, holy shit. I mean, that to me was super prescient in and of itself. Like the fact that you could really advance so much of your political career by controlling a program like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, we've got, what's happening, like all the grand juries and all of the people and other politicians who are like pumping the brakes on a lot of that politicizing of this law and order mindset, the kind of stepping in and creating this narrative where we have this conflict in a long format. I feel like
yeah.
But
I mean, yeah. So yeah,
that's how I would do it, Jeff.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, go do it. It'd
be like what the hell is that Kevin Spacey show? That was pretty good. It'd be House of Cards, but with precogs.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
more precogs, more precogs. One of the things, it's not long after all of this that there is a vision that comes along that you find out that a guy who is named Leo Crow is going to be murdered. And the person who's going to be perpetrating this crime is John Anderton. And he's kind of taken aback by it. And then the lady, is like, what? I don't understand what we're saying. He just turns her off. Just out. But he tries to go because one of the things that Agatha did when she grabbed him is like, can you see? And she shows more of what we find out is Anne Lively's murder. And he starts asking questions like, what happens to these people that get caught? And like, oh yeah, they're just like, yeah. Tim Blake Nelson is like, yeah, they say they dream. And it's like, oh God, that's just all of it's like fucking horrible. Just all of it seems very bad. But he starts to find out that there's missing files on these people. And Tim Blake Nelson actually is like, okay, well, who's the big one here? And it's like, yeah, this John Doe. Well, why is he still John Doe after all these years? He had his eyes replaced, so we couldn't ID him properly. And it's like, okay, well, I've got the twins, Dash and Arthur's visions, but Agatha's are missing. And so he takes that to Lamar Burgess, who's Max von Sydow, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Nothing weird going on. I'll look into it. Don't worry. No, just go back to work."
Nothing burger to me.
Yeah, sure. Doesn't seem like anything I need to be. Yeah, I'll take a look. You just go back to work, and then, boom! It's he's on a ball now.
Yep.
And so he goes down to the pool, and is like, the fuck is this? Is this actually who's saying? And again, Agatha is like, can you see? So clearly there's something she's trying to show him. And the guy down there, Daniel London, Wally, he's like, you got like 2 minutes, but you've always been nice to me. So I'm going to let you run, but you got a couple minutes. And so he takes the fuck off. And, I do like, because this is something that I think people have tinkered with this before, tinkered with this idea, but they end up basically taking over his car when he's on the run and like forcing it to stop and all of it. Because there's been, there's been some tinkering with like apps that will like identify when you're speeding. Who gets that information? What are you going to do with that information?
Well, I mean, if some cars,
Low jack.
they can be low jacked, shut down if it's reported stolen. Yeah. I mean, there's that technology exists.
But it's like, this is like actually, yeah. So, but he's also on the phone with Lamar at the time. And it's like, Lamar's like, it's like, don't worry about it. Just turn yourself in. I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll say a good
Easy breezy. We got
easy,
you.
bro. I got you. I'll take care of you, young man, my boy. And he's like, yeah.
I even got a stash of Neroin for you.
Oh yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah, I don't have to buy from the no-eyed Alice Cooper looking guy from Prince of Darkness.
Hey, scary man.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So like he's like, like, don't run. It's like, hey, John, hey, everybody runs. It's cool. It's fine. And he ends up like,
I'm going to do it.
hey, I'm going to do it. And he ends up taking down the people. He takes down the people with the little jetpacks and everything.
That's a cool fight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I really like this whole sequence. It's awesome. Yeah.
It's got a little parkour, got a little aerial action. You got people like, flying around.
And fire. Fire's always good.
Fire's good.
Yeah.
Fire good.
I like
Fire
how
good, man,
how he was
bad.
trying to not hurt them.
Yeah, because he's not
Right.
a bad guy.
Well,
Yeah.
but he's also like, he works with them. They're his friends, and he knows that they're not bad people for chasing him. They're just doing their jobs. And
It's an elevated slap fight.
yes,
Yeah, literally, they're elevated
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah,
That's got so much meaning, that saying.
I know, yeah.
It wasn't just a joke.
One could even say that joke was elevated.
Oh, elevated humor.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, this is when he goes off to see Lois Smith, who is basically the creator of Pre-Crime.
Heinemann?
Heinemann. Yeah. Dr. Iris Heinemann. And
She's a Looney Tunes too.
oh, she is fucking crazy. And she's also like a mad scientist.
yes,
she's like-
she makes
she's-
plants that can kill
like-
you.
Yeah. They like snap at you. It's like, oh, like little piranha plants. Anyway. And she basically explains that it's like, yeah, it's like there, the drug that you're supposedly on, back when it first started was like super, super dangerous and like, really fucked people up. And people who were pregnant with those, when they were taking that drug ended up giving birth to who would ultimately become precogs. And she is not really, she's not really sympathetic or sorry.
I think it's one of those things where you suppress it. You have to be that way or it'll eat you alive. And it's made her kind of
nuts.
crazy.
Yeah.
So
Made
she's
her
paying
Looney
for it.
Tunes.
She's
Yeah.
paying for it.
Well, yeah, because like she's like, I want nothing to do with the city. I want nothing to do with people. Get the hell away from me, basically.
Mm-hmm.
that's Lois Smith. She's had a hell of a career.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. That role was initially offered to Meryl Streep.
Really?
Yeah, she turned it down.
I could just easily interchange their faces. Really, honestly, like this woman. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
I
could
see
a
it
little
is
bit.
what I'm
Different
saying.
ages
Yeah.
at the time, but yeah.
Or Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she basically says,
Kathy Bates and Lois Smith were probably up for a lot of the same roles back in the day.
oh, probably. Yeah.
You're probably
But
right.
she was like, so here's the thing. The twins are pretty good. Agatha is the most talented of the precogs. Because she also, well, before she explains that, she says that the little kids that were born from these drug addicts ended up, were having these terrible nightmares. Anytime they closed their eyes, they saw murder. And then the real horror of it, as she kind of puts it, is that they were discovering that what they were dreaming was actually happening. And so they could see they saw the murders before they happened. And she said that the twins, Dash and Arthur, are pretty good, but the real talent is Agatha. And she's the one that sometimes disagrees with the twins. And that's what, if you want to find out if there's a disagreement that what they saw is not what's going to happen to you, you need to go and get the Minority Report from her before it's destroyed. Because, yeah, they basically go right up to Lamar and he fucking destroys them immediately.
Well, it's kind of that way. They destroy the tremors or the Minority Reports, but Heinemann has backed them up in Agatha. So that won't get destroyed. But that's a minor detail.
Yeah.
Lois Smith, 18 years younger than Kathy Bates. Lois Smith is still alive today. She's 95 years old.
Wait. She's 18 years younger than...
18 years older, sorry.
I was going to say, how the fuck old is Kathy Bates?
18 years older than Kathy Bates, so they probably weren't up for the same roles. And they were both in Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Matlock, really doing some great work out there at 118.
She's breaking legs at 80.
Yeah.
What does that make? Well, that makes
78 is
78.
78, 77, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway,
which is about right, because 35 years ago she would have been like 42, breaking James Caan's legs.
Yep.
Yes.
It would take at least somebody under 50 to break James Caan's legs.
Yeah, you have to be able to swing that fucking hammer.
Well, you got to be able to make sure you do it right, or James Caan's coming for you. Yeah.
You don't want James Caan coming for you.
No, you do not. So anyway, so he has to now go back to pre-crime, and he just is going to straight up steal a precog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he
tries to get the memories.
To get the memories, and he's like, "Well, shit, I'm just going to take the whole thing." The files are in the computer.
It's pretty cool. He flushes them down the little hatch thingy to get out. That was cool.
Yeah. I wonder about that, though. It seems dangerous to have a hatch there.
In case they ever need to flush the precogs.
Yeah.
New precogs. The new
all those brown balls. Yeah.
You got to flush the dead ones that are floating and then go get you a new one that looks just like the old one. Yeah. It's like, oh, mommy, my fish died. My precog died. Now you just flush it.
Oh, man. I love that.
So now he's got to figure out. He also has no idea who Leo Crow is. So this is kind of he's heading into a he's heading into a what's the word I'm looking for? He's rushing headlong into running into Leo Crow because he can't get it. He can't just stay away. He does not know who Leo Crow is, and it's driving him nuts. That's almost creating the predetermination more so than anything else, is that he just can't stop thinking, how would I know this person?
the thing got spit out before he even knew who Leo Crow's name was. So the predetermination is long before Anderton's thinking about it.
No, but I'm saying that he's rushing headlong into that confrontation because he can't let it go.
But he's going to do it anyway, even if he wants to let it go. He's going to go there.
Well, no, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it's partially his own will that's also kind of put him onto the path as well.
Is it more interesting if they didn't paint themselves into the corner with having the murderer written on a brown ball?
What, in lieu of what?
And just nothing. Like maybe if it's predetermined, you don't get a name, right?
So you only know who's going to get murdered, not who the murderer is.
Yes.
Sound like Chuck said, you only know who gets murder, not who murder.
Yes.
because the likelihood of it occurring could take so many different pathways, or it could be so many things that could knock them off course, right? But yet they still see the murder. I don't know, just spitballing here. But it's only the crime of passion. It's the ones that are like imminent, where it's such a strong signal that they see the murderer. So that could have created this plot line where Tom Cruise, unbeknownst to everyone, is investigating the crime that he is going to commit, right? And it's not until the red ball that shit gets real, right? That could have been a really intense scene.
So like he's on his way into that building and a red ball spits out saying he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's interesting.
Yeah. Exactly right. Exactly right. So now he's got to, really think like,
or he may not even realize unless someone notifies him that he's the one that's going to do the murdering.
Right.
He's
something. There's lots of ways you could play with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun. Yeah.
I agree. And that would solve the crime of passion.
Yes. I've been wanting to solve that. It's been driving me crazy.
I like the scene. So yes, the scene where he goes and gets the new eyes, that's good stuff because that's a little intense too, because this guy is like, yeah, you put me away for a thing. And it's like, oh shit.
Lighting people on fire on video.
Yeah. And he's like, Tom Cruise is already doped for he can't do anything about it.
Oh God, the snot that's coming out of Peter Stormare's nose too in this scene.
Yeah. Well, the sexy nurse has a big
old mole with a hair coming out. A big old mole.
Yeah, it's like everybody's everybody's like fucking gross here, in some way, shape, or form.
It's sort of shot little fish lensy, like yeah. It's sort of like gives me Terry Gilliam vibes. This whole scene.
a little bit, but what follows that is also a really cool scene with the little spiders.
Yeah,
yeah, and
spiders are neat.
I like that. They go in and they're like, "What do you think? 4, 1 for each floor." It's like, "Oh man, come on, I want to go home." It's like, "All right, fine." And so they just throw out a shit ton.
Let's do 8. I want to go eat.
Yeah.
I also like the two that couple in their apartment that are fighting, and then they come into their apartment. They just wait, and then they let them get scanned, and then they go away and they keep fighting again.
Yeah. Well, there's the two making love too. It's like they got to stop. And then they got to go back to
that. That whole shot is really cool because it's all shot from above. So they had
it's another one of those cutouts, right?
Like build that whole thing, and cut it out have no ceilings, and then shoot that with a crane. Pretty like you'd have to really do some serious rehearsal to make all that work and choreograph all of that. Yeah, it's all pretty much a Warner. Yeah, it's really cool.
I mean, see again. Kaminsky has ideas.
Well, that was totally conceived by Spielberg. Kaminsky's not coming in to telling Steven, let's shoot.
Yeah, but he's got to
cut the roof off this building and shoot it that way.
But he's got to figure out how to shoot it though. Like once he's told, he's given the directive, he's got to figure out how to do it.
He's got to figure out how to light it. Pretty much. I mean, there's production designers who design it. There's a lot of people involved.
But he's also got to be the one that's like, okay, how am I going to see everything?
I'll give him like 10% of the credit.
This isn't going to resolve either way, so there's no reason for you guys to
10% of the credit.
A red ball's about to come down here.
For me, killing both of you.
But no, I like that scene too because there's a big thing. It's like you have to wear the bandages for 12 hours or you're going to go blind forever. And those little spider guys are getting in there before the 12 hours is up. And he's trying to like hide himself in the cold water. And
that's smart writing, like instead of like a good for the movie thing, because it makes sense for one. Well, and then it gives you this awesome scene where he's trying to hide from the spiders and they start shocking him in the bathtub to get him to come out.
Because it's like the spiders are like, okay, we're all going to get him.
Yeah, let's just all shock the fuck out of this asshole who's hiding in an ice cold bathtub.
It's not even the guy we're looking for. Dang.
Yeah, that's Yakamoto. That fucker. Shops at the Gap.
Yeah. Do you like some more sweaters?
You need another tank top?
Yeah.
Uh,
So he gets new eyes, so he can now the constant surveillance that's around, just like scanning people as they walk by. That's a fucking nightmare, man.
it's a surveillance state. Like,
Yeah,
everyone on Earth has had their eyes scanned.
Yeah.
Basically, or at least in the US. Like, they don't talk about the rest of the world really, but at least in the US, everyone's in a database with a retinal scan.
And you can't avoid the ads.
And if we send the spiders, you better be subservient or we're going to get you.
Yeah. And the spiders, I have a feeling, can stab, can shock, I
probably turn the handcuffs and link to each other. They probably do all sorts of cool shit.
Yeah. Because the one with the little girls, they're like, I don't want to do this. You just got to just calm down. Just do it. Like the mom trying to calm them down. It's it's invasive.
Yeah. I mean, this is Big Brother shit, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's one of the more terrifying things that doesn't have to be discussed. Yes, sometimes the ads and the people's eyes getting scanned are played for laughs, but it's the terrifying part of what this world is.
Yeah. And also where it's done and what the people look like the whole setup is showing you that you're in a bad place in civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sure, the cops are in a fancy building and we still have the Gap, right. But people are suffering and they're having to be subservient to this police state. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think it's smart that they don't lean on that.
This scene is enough. It's showing, not telling. The scene does a lot of the legwork for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. So basically, he goes and he gets Agatha. Meanwhile, Lamar goes to talk to his ex-wife, John's ex-wife. And it's basically it's and also Whitwer has gone to talk to her, because it's why would he want to kill somebody? Why, did you know that he's on drugs? I want his job now, and so that's how you get that whole, I trust you, Lamar, but I don't trust that Danny Whitworth motherfucker.
Right.
And we're like, ooh, yeah, we don't trust me, that fucking guy. Anyway. Basically, Danny starts to figure something out, though, that there's something weird specifically about a file that John learned about before the red ball or the brown ball came.
He basically has found out off screen everything that John has found out about. Right. And he puts it together before
good
John.
Old fashioned detective work.
Right.
Yeah.
He has it solved except for the perpetrator.
Yeah, exactly.
He's really dumb here. This is way convenient. Meet me at Anderton's house where we don't need to be to discuss this, and bring his gun.
You're right. Here's his gun that he used.
Now shoot me.
Yeah. Shoot me right in the gut and right in the face.
Yeah, because
I have
Anderton's absconded one of the precogs, so you won't even get caught. Just kill me. Because I'm an idiot.
Yep.
Sorry, I'll shut up. But that's what happens.
That is exactly what happened. But no, he figures out when he looks at all of the angles of the Anne Lively case. That's the most important case because it effectively was the first main case of pre-crime.
And the first case that the precogs have come out of the water to talk about. In a sense, it's breaking Agatha.
Right.
That this is hanging out there and hasn't been resolved. Yeah.
Right. And so basically in the twins' vision, the water is moving out to the lake. Whereas Agatha's, it's a different direction. It's coming in to the shore. And he's like, so that means it's 2 different times a day. It's like, it wouldn't just change like that. And if this is really what you would see, it's two different times. So somebody had gotten somebody to go kill Anne Lively, got caught, then the real killer came in shortly after and then killed her.
Yep.
And Max von Sydow was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you hear that? There's nothing. No sirens, nobody come crashing in through the window. I'm just going to shoot you.
Yeah.
And you're like, dang, the whole thing's corrupt. And now our guy on the inside is fucking dead.
Yep.
It's a little bit, what it reminded me of? LA Confidential when Kevin Spacey gets it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Because it's the guy that we're kind of not supposed to like, but in the end has put all the pieces together.
Doesn't feel like he's going to do the right thing, even if he had the information. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So it all hinges on Anne Lively, and it turns out that the guy who killed Anne Lively is Lamar. And Lamar is we find out later why, but meanwhile, John has taken Agatha to his ex-wife's house. And that's where Agatha talks about how she could kind of see the path that their son would have been on if he had lived, but he's forever going to be 6 years old.
Did you already talk about Anderton going and confronting the pedophile?
Oh no, go right ahead.
So this is the whole scene we were talking about earlier.
Because it also has the orgy of evidence line. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll make it quick since we've kind of danced around it anyway, but it's the vision that Agatha had seen, and Agatha's telling him you have a choice. But what happens is he goes in, he finds the orgy of evidence on the bed, and it's all pictures of children, including his son. And then a guy walks in, and he's, it's like he's going to kill him. He's mad enough, passion to kill him. And but he makes his choice not to. And as he is reading him his Miranda rights, the guy pulls the gun up basically and forces him to shoot him. And he falls out the window. And
the reason why is like they said that my family would get nothing.
Yes,
it's like I'm being paid for this. This is all an act. You have to tell me my family is not going to get anything out of this.
Little Bachman-esque. Little like Running Man action here.
Oh,
that type of dystopia. You're right.
I was thinking Turner Overdrive.
Well, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Where people are so desperate, right? Like the classism has gotten so bad. People are desperate and they're poor and they're willing to sacrifice their lives for their family's future.
Yeah.
And because this is really where Colin Farrell's like, this is weird, man. Why would there be so much evidence to be found? And it's like, this is what we call an orgy of because he asks Neil McDonough, it's like, you're not a real cop, are you? It's like, what did you investigate before? Is this your first murder scene? And he's like, yeah, he was like a tax investigator or something. He's like, yeah, so this is an orgy of evidence. And it's like, I've never had one of these. These don't exist.
How many times I've had this? Zero. This is a setup.
This is a setup. Yeah. And so he's like, that's what gets him further into, okay, so why?
And on the audience's point of view, that's what gets us on Colin Farrell's side, or what's supposed to get us on his side. Some of us have already kind of been on his side.
Yeah, I kind of like them already.
Yeah, I'm fine.
But now we're just like, yeah, I told you he was my man. Yeah.
So this guy is going to figure it out and save Anderton.
Right.
From himself.
And then, of course, that's what really sets in motion the heartbreak of what Jeff was describing earlier. Yeah, with his death.
Yeah. And then, because also John's ex-wife, says basically, like calls Lamar saying he's coming here with Agatha, or he's got Agatha with her. And
don't hurt him. He's not a killer.
And don't hurt him. He's not a killer. Don't worry. The Halo is not going to be hurting anybody. Just put you in a fucking hellscape for the rest of existence.
Yes.
And so, like, basically, and that's when Agatha talks about, like, their son, what he would have grown up to become, and all of this. And she understands the pain that they went through just wanting their son back, because her story is about a mother who just wanted her daughter back, but the daughter was already taken from her. And now you don't quite get it yet. Well, I mean,
you get it,
but like Tom Cruise has to kind of think about it for a minute. It's like, oh, that's Anne Lively.
He's like, were you that little fat kid? And she's like, no, but I used to take him and beat the shit out of him. I don't know why, but One Crazy Summer is always in my brain.
That is so weird. That is so random.
That's so good. I like that.
Folks, watch One Crazy Summer if you haven't seen it.
And then basically Agatha tells him he's got to run like a Tom Cruise in the wind. You gotta go.
Yeah.
But by then it's too late. Yeah. It's too late. They already come in and they halo him. And Tim Blake Nelson's a little excited that
I have a feeling he does something with the patients or the prisoners.
Well, Wally does something with the Agathas.
Yeah, I think that too. There's a lot of abuse going on in that
the whole
facility,
world
I
is
feel
built.
like.
The whole fucking thing is built on abuse in one way or another.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, before John went away, his wife, he's like, hey, go ask some questions about Anne Lively. She's like, on it. And so she goes to Lamar, who's about to go to a big fancy thing because everybody loves the pre-crime now.
Yep.
And the pre-crime, the pre-crime is the crime before the crime,
Yeah, because Max von Sydow has gotten everyone out of the way that could hurt him.
Yep.
Except for someone he did not count on, which is the wife.
Yes.
So she takes a gun and threatens Wally and is like, I want to talk to my husband now.
And he comes out all Mission Impossible style with his hoodie.
Yes.
That's straight out of one of those Mission Impossible movies.
And something, Jason, you probably like too, when the guy's like, how'd you get in here? And she shows the bag of eyeballs.
Oh, I love the bag of eyeballs.
Which were going to be given back to the wife as his possessions.
Yeah, I like the grossness of that. I didn't love the fact that it was in his box of possessions.
It's weird. You might want his eyes.
I groaned a little bit at that. I was like, that's not really buying that so much.
It's good for the movie.
It's good for the movie.
But I was also thinking the whole time, I know, also good for the movie, but the whole time I was like, they haven't revoked this guy's credentials.
No, they never
Lamar,
did. They never did.
There's so many moments in this movie where he uses his eyes to get into things, and it's like, I've never.
Well, they figured Peter Stormare ate him or something. They don't know. They don't. He loses one of them.
Even when he first goes back to get Agatha, it's like he just waltzes in there, no big deal.
Well, hey man, they're pretty. They got a lot of hubris there. Lamar is pretty huberific.
Man, huberific.
Yeah. But anyway, because she is asking,
be an automatic thing.
Right.
You're on a red ball, your access is revoked. It's
yes.
It's like, dude, I've been laid off from jobs before where I immediately, after being told that I no longer have a job, I can't access anything on my computer. You're telling me this guy can still go into the precog temple?
They didn't know what they were doing in 2002. And therefore 2054.
I was going to say,
yeah. But no, but she mentions Anne Lively. He instantly, pricks his finger. It's just the mention of it has gotten him all, weirded out now. And he's like, well, we'll talk about this later. I'm like, oh boy, another red ball coming with another Anderton on there. But he goes off to accept his gun, his Civil War gun. And he's going to lead the nationwide pre-crime, which was originally going to be John's job. But he's coming out of retirement to lead the pre-crime. And then he uses his buddies at the pre-crime place to show the video of him killing Anne Lively. And his wife passing out, fainting. I laughed so hard. It was so much like a cartoon. She's like, oh, and she falls. That's fantastic. But anyway, yeah. So he's outed now as a killer, and he's going to go get himself a John Anderton. He chases him through the building, and they end up on the balcony. Now, a red bulb does come through. Victim John Anderton, murderer Lamar Burgess. So his buddies know that something's up. And John says to Lamar, it's like, really, you got two options here. Neither of them are going to work out the way you want. You can kill me and you get a halo and you end up in the fucking tubes.
And your system, more importantly, it proves your system works.
Proves your system works, but you're not going to be there to reap the benefits of it. Or you can give yourself up and all of this comes down. None of it is, and you lose everything, basically. And he's like, oh,
Anderton didn't think of the third option.
No, he didn't think of the third, because he's like, there's a third option,
Yeah.
And he shoots himself. And then his poor wife, who just fainted after seeing that he is a murderer, has to come out
faint again.
Faint again. Oh, he's dead.
She's like one of those fainting goats. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that he decides to shoot himself. Like, I'm guessing he just didn't want to be disgraced, and like his name was so important to him that he couldn't live with
it being
the consequence of seeing it being besmirched. Yeah. So he figured that killing himself, at least he doesn't have to live through that.
Yeah. And they do mention that it's like, it's all shut down, like pretty much immediately. And my guess is that everybody, testified effectively that it's like, yeah, he was going to kill him. He kills himself. The system doesn't work the way we think it
ultimately does. That everyone has a choice, even up to the final moment. You cannot punish people for
something they haven't done yet.
And then they release everyone.
Yes. Everyone in the tubes gets out for like full pardons.
Yeah. Probably killed somebody after that.
right away. They started killing each other.
Jeez, I thought you were rolling your eyes at me when you leaned back there when I said they probably killed someone right away. I realized you weren't, but it looked funny.
Well, they weren't insurrectionists, Chuck.
Oh, no.
Well, fair enough. But in
they didn't do anything either.
Yeah.
They were set up.
They were precogged.
It's like, which is it? It was the FBI or it was MAGA. Like, I love how they try to tell both sides of the story and make it the truth
in one sentence.
It's so.
It depends on when the narrative is good for them.
Exactly. Yeah. Confused. That's what they do best. And they don't.
I like
anything's good.
I like to think that there's an episode of Rick and Morty someday where they have something like this, where everybody gets released and they just kill each other instantly. And so it's just they're all dead.
It doesn't really matter. The nearest weapon. Yeah.
That would be like one of those weird apocalyptic Family Guy episodes.
Right.
It's like, remember when I told you about irony?
Yeah, right.
And all the guns are gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
No,
They did say that some of them would be watched. They were watched very closely
for years to come.
I feel like most of the ones you would watch closely were the premeditated ones, right? I mean,
I would think so. Yeah, because those are the people that need actual like rehabilitation.
That's closer to the system that I would expect you would use with this if you were catching people pre-crime, that you would rehabilitate them, not punish them.
I mean, we do live in
the crime and passion people. I think just they're get them out of the moment
and get them therapy, get them medication if they need it.
Yeah, then they're probably going to be good, right?
Yeah.
The people who are like the premeditated killers, who are like, I don't know, like, serial killers or something. I mean, I don't know what you do about them.
Yeah, the ball color coding is wrong actually, because the premeditated should be the red ball theoretically. Like I get
red is hot. You're hot.
I get
there's
that.
A time element to it. Yeah, but they're not. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, there's literally a victim who needs to be saved like ASAP. I get that too. But just because there's like this immediacy to it doesn't mean that the perpetrator is the worst type of offender, is I guess my point.
They do also mention that the precogs were spirited away and they live in seclusion with only a few people that
like Fern Gully or something.
Yeah, it's like they live in a little cottage.
Is that our first Fern Gully reference on the podcast?
Might be.
I don't even know why I said it.
I don't either. I didn't get it, but I liked it.
That's how I operate most of the time.
And yeah, so I mean, like I said, the movie does kind of end with a little bit of an ellipses, because it just says, they get to live out the rest of their lives in peace
until Fox comes and suckers them into a 1-season contract. And then cancels them.
Not those three. Those three got more important shit to do. They're not going to be on some stupid.
Oh, I thought
it was Arthur Dash and Agatha.
The same names.
No, it is. It is not the same actors.
Oh, no. Yeah, we got better things to do.
Yeah, but Samantha Morton's got a lot better things to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
the twins.
She definitely did. Who knows on the twins? Fun movie to talk about. These,
I think it's a
attorney, like kind of. Sort of, not quite, but a little bit dumb fuck in the theology and the philosophy. It's fun. It's always fun to talk about this stuff.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's, the thing is, it's like, it's not a, again, give us a couple of weeks, but it's not none of Steven Spielberg's movies are really all that perfect. Right. Like there's a lot of his movies have to be configured in a certain way for it to all fit together the way it is.
One of his movies is perfect.
I figured you were going to say that probably Jaws is. Me personally, I think it's the Raiders of the Lost Ark is his most perfect.
I think those are both perfect.
But like
perfect movies.
But even like there are elements in all of his movies where it's like you gotta have to twist it this way and that for it to all fit together the way it's supposed to at the end. But that said, I think this movie is highly regarded in terms of 21st century sci-fi. Still to this day.
I think it deserves.
And I think the ideas is what propels this movie, right? It's what you think about after you watch it. Yeah, you went and you had a good thrill ride. But then you come home and you start thinking about it and it's like, there's some problems with the way this system works, or the way they treat these, and it's dystopian.
Yeah, it's very dystopian.
And I think it does make you question, again, the age old question of how far are you willing to go to have that sense of peace or that sense of safety. And the answer typically is there is never a point where everybody says they are satisfied, that they feel safe enough.
That's the dangerous part of it. Yeah. I mean, God, we're seeing it in spades right now.
There have been tests done, I think even in the United States, where they had people shocking people on the other side of glass. And the people on the other side of glass were faking being shocked, but the instructor would tell them they're fine. Do it longer, until the point where they would pretend they were dead. Right. And the people would leave the test and not even ask how the participant they were shocking was, like, thus proving that people are easily ensnared in these kind of like traps. You just need to suggest it to them and have like a reason for it. And they'll do literally anything, including be slaves in their own country.
It's, yeah. I mean, it's how much of our rights, how much of our freedom, like,
have we agreed
we hear
upon
that
to
word
lose?
thrown around a lot, right?
Yeah.
But how much of it are we really willing to give up in trade off of safety, right? And I think that's one of the biggest issues with the political left and the political right on this side, like the extremes, is they both want safety, but they
don't agree on the method.
They don't agree on what they want to trade.
Right.
Yeah, they don't agree on what they want to trade,
and they don't agree on what and who they want to protect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. Because one side would say everybody, the other side would say everybody that's without melanin or melatonin in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then that's when we get in the classism, right? The class society of the value of whose lives are more valuable than others. Yeah.
Right. Well, and I think that, and it's, I mean, think about also when this movie came out. We can't
protect our most vulnerable. We can't protect our children in this country.
Yeah.
They can't or won't.
Won't.
Well,
won't.
Yeah.
Won't.
We claim to.
You would think,
but won't.
There'd be enough outrage, but there isn't.
No, never enough. Because the moment that somebody says maybe not everybody should have as many guns as they do, then you got the guy who's like, well, you ain't gonna take my gun.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But what if your kid starts, I lock it. What if the kid knows how to get to the gun?
Half the time they're just arguing about semantics, and that's when nothing ever gets done.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Think about also when this movie came out, when this movie was being made, 9/11 was happening. This movie came out around the time of the Patriot Act being
Nexus Point
hotly debated.
Yep.
And that is a complete, like the last 25 years has been nothing but just surrender and surrender.
Absolutely.
And surrender.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Makes this movie somewhat prescient. Also at the time.
Taliban fucking won, man. I mean, I'm going to say it. Like that attack is the most
damaged us.
It's the most significant. It will be the end of our civilization in this country. Like the democracy in the United States, I don't think will ever recover from it. It's been a domino effect ever since. I mean, hope it is unbelievable how effective that attack was.
I hope that the farther we get away from it, the younger generations will not be impacted by it.
The problem is like they don't even know that it connects, right?
But if they don't, maybe they can not fall into the trappings of it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we need some older generations to stop saying never forget.
Oh, we need some older generations to give up a little bit of power in this country. And for another generation,
some of them to
generation, namely ours, to actually want to take some of it, because we don't seem all that interested for the most part. I don't know why.
Well, part of it is our generation is kind of
we're dropping
ideological. We're also kind of ideologically poisoned too as a whole group. We're starting to do the stuff that the generation before us had ruined everything with.
Yeah, that's very true.
Our generation is not well thought of online or in the world of the youngers.
We're only thought of as tough for the most part. Like we could survive anything.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the only nice thing I ever seen said about our generation.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was going to say like millennials and Zoomers think we're no better or maybe even worse than the boomers.
Yeah. We'll see. We still have a little bit of
power though. We never had
We
power.
don't- we don't.
We never had power. Even if we wanted to take it, we never did. We never had it.
No, and I don't think we ever will. I think it'll skip the whole fucking generation just because of how we are.
Well, yeah, because we're too old now.
Yeah. Oh well. This is
but
now that's neither. I don't want to be depressed.
Well, yeah. So they freed the precogs though.
Yay!
Hey,
We did one thing right.
yes. Samantha Morton, we will probably talk about at the end of this month because she is Cersei in the Odyssey. So we got all sorts of stuff connecting to current day movies that we'll talk about later in this month, in this week's episode. So, yeah. No, I think this movie is still, I mean, I think that what you think about with this movie is better than what the movie is. And I don't think that's a detriment to the movie. Last week's movie, Casablanca, that's a movie where no matter what you think about with the movie is still better than that. Right. Like there's a lot of ideas to talk about and discuss, but the ideas are never going to get deeper than that movie's quality. This movie, I think you can get into a conversation that ends up enhancing this movie.
Yeah. Because the ideas are cool.
Yeah, the ideas are fantastic. And I do still think that the right guy made this movie for what it was.
It's a summer blockbuster.
Exactly. And it's
popcorn.
Tom Cruise running from here to there and everywhere. And little spiders
everybody
scanning people's eyes.
Solid B Spielberg, like really solid good stuff. But not in his A game.
No, but I agree with that.
But flirts with it at times.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the probably the high point, the high watermark for Spielberg was a few years before this movie with Private Ryan. I think that was the high watermark for his career. He's done good stuff after, but that was the pinnacle. And someday we'll probably talk about that.
This is also, as far as Philip K. Dick adaptations, top tier.
Yeah. Well, and I think it takes itself a little bit more seriously than Total Recall even.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Whereas that's more of a...
But less seriously than Blade Runner.
Sure.
God, I was like, after seeing Disclosure Day, I was just like, finally, like, it was like a breath of fresh air, some of the fun of this movie, because it was like solely missing from Disclosure Day is like any semblance of like anyone having a good time.
There's no joy in that world, and this world is more joyless.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, just there's just like joyfulness of like just silly things that made me chuckle. Things that even didn't necessarily make sense, but having cops on in the apartment where he's staying.
That was funny.
Cops is still on?
Yeah.
But it's just funny, right? And that whole sequence with them drinking the rotten milk and stuff like that is gross.
Oh, yeah. That's
just gross. Like, why did you keep that shit in the fridge, Peter Stormare, you asshole?
He's a weirdo and he doesn't like John.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. He's conflicted. But there is like really fun things about this movie. It doesn't take itself so seriously that it forgets to have fun.
Right. But I mean, I think the subject matter is portrayed in a serious manner.
Sure.
It has like the little fun bits, but the subject matter, it's like, no, we're being for real. We're being serious here. This is a shitty world that has been, and there are things that we can laugh at now in 2002 that in 2026, where it's like, yeah, someday I'm going to be walking in the mall and the Gap is going to be advertising to me.
Well, if there's a mall. The Gap is already advertising to you in your fucking social media feed.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, need some new jeans?
I mean, that's the one thing I got wrong. It was like retail, right? Retail is dying.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
where's Amazon in 20 years?
Well, I'm saying like that's what I mean. Yeah, everything is moving.
In the movie. Where is Amazon?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Amazon was the missing piece. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazon's building those cars that you ride in the
like
up and down the buildings.
nobody's spending money to do animated cereal boxes in 2050, right?
Steph and I have
Oh my
this,
god, I would love that.
Steph and
I
I have
want
this stupid show idea where like even Amazon does like detective police work, so you have prime detectives that drive through the neighborhoods and shit.
God.
Like
The Prime
Walk up to
Directive.
The Prime Directive, yeah, but the Prime Directive,
detective, yeah.
Oh my
And
god,
yeah, so yeah, you can. There's some wordplay that can happen there somewhere. Yeah.
oh my god,
No, I like that idea.
that's
It's
hilarious.
yeah, I like that. I like the idea that like, you can order your doctor through Amazon.
yes.
And then the doctor then says, here's the list of all the stuff you need to buy. I've already put it in your cart. It's kind of like Alexa, except for a doctor.
Yeah.
But seriously though, how far away from this are we? Like when you really think about, like
100%.
When you think about the surveillance state, you think about like Palantir and AI prediction and the flock cameras, right? Like, I mean,
well, there's absolutely a file out there. Every time I've called some shitbag congressman on Facebook a piece of shit dickbag, I'm on a list someplace. I'm positive.
But also,
at what point in time, and they're already trying to do this. They're already trying to do this with like people who are just the stupidest example is the whole thing with the reflecting pool and people going up and like touching the reflecting pool. And then saying that they're vandalizing it, right? And just creating this narrative of where there was an intention to do something, right? And then if they can throw all of this technology at us, all of this predictive AI. Like at one point in time, what point in time is AI going to be trusted as an eyewitness character, witness?
Unless it's Haley Joel Osment. Then you can trust that little boy.
But you know what I mean? I mean, like when does the preponderance of the evidence include all of this garbage that isn't a crime, but that is enough to cast this shade on our character?
You're scaring me, Jason.
I know, but it's a scary world.
Yeah.
Well,
we're all willingly giving up all of the details that are needed for anything.
And again, that's, it's like, well, a lot of people is like, well, at least I can watch my Vine videos on the go. Is Vine still a thing? Vine's gone.
Vine has been gone for years.
CCTV. Now we've got AI cameras. I mean, we have fucking AI cameras who can predict traffic patterns, and they can look at a car and see if it's driving erratically and predict if it's going to cause a car accident, like before it causes a car accident. Like this shit is happening now, right? Precognition is in motion, and it's only a matter of time before it hits at the quantum level and we're all fucked.
Before the government starts using it?
They already are. They already are. I mean, Palantir is best buddies with this administration. I mean, Peter Thiel, are you kidding me? It's his fucking wet dream.
Well, although Peter Thiel has seen the writing on the wall. He fucked off to Argentina.
Yeah, because he knows that it's World War III is fucking coming, and he's been a fucking architect of it. I mean,
his AI probably predicted it, right?
Probably. He's probably got all kinds of fucking quantum calculations going on. Yeah.
Ever noticed that all those? Yeah, ever noticed those tech guys are all fucking weirdos who can't communicate?
Oh yeah.
Like they can't even answer the question of humanity should continue.
That's why they need to hire people like me to communicate for them.
Well, I mean, I would
like we have those. We have those jobs. Like,
I mean, if they could make them even a little bit less of a Grinch and a little bit more of a human, then yeah, that would.
Well, all I'm saying is like they hire people as customer success managers or people as to be the face of the company and the face of retention because it wouldn't work for them.
They want AI to do that now, though.
We'll see. Good luck.
I agree, but
good
that's
luck.
What they want.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just going to get as much money as I can before I'm useless, right?
We're doomed. Yeah, exactly.
But don't worry, none of us are going to need money anymore in the future, I've been told.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we did it. You guys are depressing me.
Sorry.
I'm not really depressed.
This movie hits a little real, though. It gets a little real. I mean, I think that's part of its power, and I think that's all the power of Philip K. Dick is these old concepts that
he nailed a little bit of the
what's
going to happen with this stuff.
We always thought they were fun and games and interesting until they started coming true.
Until we fell into the traps they warned us about.
Right, and they were warned us. But we were like, nah, that's crazy. And then it ended up happening anyway.
Yeah, but the problem is right now.
Skynet, man.
The clock struck 13 a few hours ago.
Yep.
In reality.
That's the thing that they got wrong about AI, in my opinion, is AI is not going to destroy us. We're going to get there way faster. As humans,
it's wishful thinking that something else would destroy us.
It's ushering in. It's helping usher it in the end for sure, but it's not going to be of the war of the machines that the Terminator movies prophesize. It will get way worse before that ever happens, and we'll kill each other. We'll kill ourselves.
There might be a revolution where somebody takes down the system.
I mean, maybe I would be welcome. Bring us back to the Dark Ages. What was that? Wasn't there a movie where that's what they try to do? Essentially just bring down all of the power grid and try to just knock us back into the Dark Ages.
Yeah, what was
to save society?
Was it a Die Hard movie?
I think
it was Die Hard.
One of the Die Hard movies? Die Hard 2?
They tried to take out the grid.
Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't Die Hard 1. They just wanted money.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3. I think one of those they were trying to take out the power grid.
3 was in New York with Samuel L. Jackson. I don't think it was 3. That was 3. They were trying to rob the Federal Reserve Bank in New York.
Yeah, I don't think
on the hottest day of the year.
But
anyway, whatever it was, I know GoldenEye had a thing that could knock out everything.
That was kind of like that, knocking out the
EMPs.
The world's
bank. It was the London bank that they were trying to take down, which would be significant in this world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we do need to be jarred back into some kind of pre-technology existence.
Fit me with a beret. I'm ready to lead this revolution.
I mean,
put my silhouette on a shirt.
It ain't gonna go well for any of us. It's gonna be the next generation and the generation after that hopefully sees a better world because of it. But
yeah,
we're all right. Die fast. All right.
Well, before that, let's talk about what happens next week. Next week we all die. No, next week, go over to filmseizure.com. That's where you'll find all of our episodes, all the places you can follow us, all the places that you can subscribe to the various podcast sites that we upload to, and all the places you can follow us on social media, the place that will likely kill us all anyway. Yeah, so next week on Wednesday, July 8th, we are going to Columbus.
Yes, Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, Columbus.
Yes, Columbus, Indiana. So why don't you join us for that? It'll be a good time, I think. This upcoming Monday at the same place, filmseizure.com. The final month of the various decades that I wanted to lead or to kind of coalesce around each month until we got to the final month of the show, Monster Mondays. I start the 90s with a movie that's still pretty fun, Men in Black.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah, still pretty fun. Pretty fun. So yeah, that's Monday, July 6th, filmseizure.com. That's where you'll find that. This upcoming Friday at my website, bmovieanima.com, Camp Crap About a Wipe enters month number 2 with Meatballs, the movie that made the Ivan Reitman, Harold Ramis, Bill Murray trio a thing. Surprisingly, it's not that good. It's good. It's fine. It's fine, but it's not as good as I hoped it would be.
Yeah,
it was fun when you were a kid. It's
like a bunch of little vignettes more so than an actual movie.
Yeah.
But Bill Murray is on fire in that. He is very funny in it. So,
Nice.
And the best part of the movie is that he has like this nice little relationship with this one kid who's like parents are going through divorce, and he's like kind of like being his buddy and everything. That was charming as hell. I wish the whole movie was about that. Anyway, it's still fine. It's probably the second best movie that's covered in all of July at B Movie Animal. So, anyway,
I wish a movie called Meatballs was better, says host of show.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just a funny notion. It's called Meatballs, and you wish it was better.
I wish it was better. It's nowhere near Wet Hot American Summer, which is coming in a couple of weeks. So
that's a
yeah,
gold
that's
mine
an
of
all
awesomeness.
timer. Yeah, that's amazing. Anyway, all right. So until next week, when we go about 35, 40 minutes south of our current location to the grand old Columbus, Indiana, with which actually does have quite a bit of actual art installations down there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Until then, I will be Jeff Arbuckle.
I won't be Chuck Moore.
And I am Jason Oliver, and you have been listening to Film Seizure.